talking about the deluxe version, some snippets have leaked online as well. And one of the snippets was the tune with Pusha T, Young Thug, and Gunna. Like, yeah. Personally, I felt that song is going to bang when it drops because it sounds like a good song. But there's obviously a little bit of controversy because Pusha felt like, no, Young Thug felt like Pusha was coming for Drake, which he was. And he definitely was coming for him. And sent for him saying, why are you doing this? I don't want to be part of the song. And then Pusha T came back, crazy rambling on Twitter, crazy rambling on Instagram or whatever, going, probably sending shots at each other. Like, what do you guys think about that?
It's weird because Pop Smoke's manager is the same as Pusha T's manager, Steven Victor, innit? Man like Steven Victor. So I thought, it's the same manager. So if Pop was alive, I don't know. I think he would have been calm with it because Steven Victor is his manager. Like, they would have sat down and discussed it. So I don't think it would have been a ting like that. I get what Young Thug was saying because what his consensus was basically like, you wouldn't do this on your own stuff because it wouldn't get blah, blah. Bruv, if Pusha T sent for Drake, people are listening, man. Like, we all heard the story of Adidon. Like, so if I see both sides in it, but I kind of, because they have the same manager, I thought it's just let it run in it, and then whatever happens after in it. That's me personally, but I get what Young Thug was saying in it. But that's how I look at it. But yeah, what do you man think?
I found it a bit funny in the sense that Pusha T is just obviously just when at any given moment he'll go off for that Drake, innit? He's got bars for days. Like, for real. Man forced him to love his unnamed child. He forced him, said, hey, this is my child to the world. Like, everyone knows who his son is. What's his name? My bed or something like that.
Said Ahmed.
No. That is it.
I'm like, you're moving mad, bro. First you say Pusha T brings the family together, now you're getting the son's name wrong.
I said my bed. I said it's my bed or something like that. Anyways, but no, I feel like, bro, I have one of those moments against Shibs, bro. He fucked me up last time. But no, I feel like Pusha T is, I feel like if it would have been fine if Pop Smoke, obviously, R.I.P. Pop Smoke in that sense, but if his murder didn't happen, I felt like it would have been calm to be on the album and he wouldn't have been a situation. But I do understand what Young Thug's saying, that it was probably uncalled for, but this is Pusha. And
but is it though?
This is not the first time that apparently Drake has called up producers and be like, nah, this thing can't happen. That's what Pusha was aiming at. And I was like, you know what? That's a bit mad because apparently he had a verse on Rick Ross's Maybach 6, which get put forward.
And Drake weren't happy about that. So that's why that got cut. So I'm like, Drake is controlling things in the backgrounds and I don't know, Young Thug got caught in the middle of that for no reason. So Young Thug just wants to protect his relationship with Drake, innit?
Yeah, I heard it. I mean, you man have pretty much covered it. I'm in between. I kind of got it, but at the same time, I feel like Drake brings it up more than Pusha. I feel. I might be wrong, but I feel like Drake mentions it a lot more than Pusha. Like when I hear this coming up, I hear Drake mentioning it. He mentioned it with LeBron on the shop. He mentioned it in the Rap Radar. 40 just came out and started talking about it again. And it's he done, I think it might have been MS Day. I don't know. But he brought it up again. So I'm like, Drake's camp is constantly bringing it up. But when Pusha says anything, it's like he's trying to get man shut down. And it's a bit like, how are you censoring that? And it's a bit, I don't know, bro. I get it. Maybe Pusha should have done it on his own track, innit? I get that. But,
no, for real.
Bro, anything goes, innit? Like, bro, if I want to send a little, it's not even like it's not like he named Drake. It's just everyone jumping to that conclusion, innit? So if he wants to send a little indirect, let him send an indirect, innit? Like, I don't know. But obviously, Young Thug wants to protect his relationship, innit? So that's probably what it is. But bro, just rapping it, just firm it, bro.
Nah. I can't wait till it comes out personally. I hope it stays.
Are they going to drop it though? I thought it was a myth.
They do an album.
I feel
it's
like
50-50.
I feel like he told his, what do you call it? What's his name? That Victor guy doing. What's his name?
Label or manager.
Steven Victor,
that was it. I feel like he told him to take his verse off it. So,
bro, that verse was sounding hard. I don't know what Young Thug said. That verse is weak. I don't know what Thug's thinking, bro.
That's his bravado. That's his bravado.
Exactly.
That verse was hard
because boy, Pusha was bodying that.
For real.
And what I don't get is people saying Pusha's irrelevant as well, but that's a whole other story,
man.
That's flipping stupid. That's
nonsense. And the crazy thing is,
came out a couple years ago, innit? Like, and that was one of the best albums of that year.
The crazy thing is,
of last year. But anyway, let me go.
With Push, Push is not a rapper that you need to hear relevant in all the clubs all the time. But when Push drops, everybody's gonna listen. Everyone's gonna listen. Do you know what I mean? So you're talking about he's not relevant. Get out of it, man. Get out of it.
People love to. Oh yeah, he had the verse on Palm Olive last year, innit?
That's what I was saying. He had verse of the year. Verse of the year last year.
Now, man,
Palm Olive,
how good
boy.
is Pusha, man? Like,
He's one of the best.
Bro. Yeah.
Current rappers, top 5.
Yeah, definitely. Like the
100%.
consistency is crazy. With Drake and Push, obviously Dan brought up the point of how it's always Drake's camp bringing it up. We saw on the shot when he looked LeBron up like a dad and was like, yeah, man, you know. And I love Drake in it, but that was mad, innit? He looked at LeBron like a father figure, innit? And then we saw on I liked him, bro. That's how his eyes
he did. Proper.
And then we saw obviously on Rap Radar where he couldn't even like say Pusha's name, man. Man was like, I don't talk about that person. And obviously I didn't know the 41, innit? Like,
Pusha's Voldemort, fam.
Yeah, for real, man. You can tell Pusha's loving this, bro. Like he's like inject this. Like he's been waiting for this. He's loving this, innit? So as Drake now.
Sorry, I was just gonna say Pusha loves it because he knows he genuinely got under his skin. He knows he is on his mind. But I'm telling you now, Drake loves it too, man. Drake has always wanted a classic rap beef. Like this is his classic rap beef.
I was gonna say, what do you do now if you're Drake, or do you expect Drake to send back, or is it too late for that? Because we're probably gonna get subs on the new album. Like what does Drake do now going forward? Because this is not gonna die.
I personally think Drake is going to carry on ignoring Pusha, but he's definitely going to carry on sending for Kanye because he feels like he can get away with sending for Kanye. That's what I feel like.
That's true.
Genuinely. I think he's going to carry on sending for Kanye. Yeah, I think he's going to do that. He's going to send jabs at him here and there, but Pusha, he's not going to go back because he knows if he ignites Pusha's going to put his foot on his neck, fam. That's it.
You thought him bringing up the kid was one thing, boy. The next level is peak. We don't know what he can say. Man basically blew his deal with Nike as well.
Adidas, innit?
It was Adidas.
Adidas,
Bro, do you know what? Pusha is so sick because he done all that and he mentioned 40 because he knew he got the information from 40. So then if Drake came back defending 40, he was going to reveal that. Like, bro, Pusha's 5 steps ahead, bro. You can't.
He was, man.
But Pusha's been waiting for this beef. Well, was waiting for that beef for years. Yeah. So he was just loaded up.
I remember when the Duppy freestyle stopped. I was like, yeah, all right, Drake, yeah, you in your bag. And then when Pusha dropped with the blackface picture, I said, yeah.
I just saw the picture and I thought it's a wrap. I found Drake in blackface, bro. Bro, he didn't need to do a tune. That was it.
That was enough.
He didn't need to do a tune, bro.
That's disrespectful, bro.
Trust me.
Yeah, even the 40, bro, man. 46, 66. Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, remember that? Bro.
That was disrespectful.
Pusha said, there's no rules. I'm aiming for your head.
No, that shit made me uncomfortable. I can't even lie. I was like,
yeah.
Bro.
But I mean, hey, listen, in rap beef, there are actually no rules.
No rules.
Everything is on the table, man.
Everything's on the line, yeah.
If a man like has cornrows like that in 2018, he cannot be feared, bro. Look at Kawhi Leonard as well, bro. Kawhi Leonard is the
trust the claw.
Them man are robots, bro.
Dangerous blokes. Dangerous blokes.
I wanted to ask you, man. Just back, still on the album, just a little quick one. What did you lot think about the artwork and the pressure to change it, and how it eventually did change? What did you lot make of all of that?
I don't even know why they gave it to Virgil to do it in the first place, bro. I just feel like that was too delicate of a job for someone.
Nah. Do you know what? Coming on your question, Chris, like I understand why they gave it to Virgil Abloh because he's possibly one of the greatest creatives or black creatives of our time. Like I personally don't think so because his artwork and stuff is just mediocre. But he's the director of Louis Vuitton. Do you know what I mean? That's why they gave it to him, man. Do you know what I mean? He's the hot boy right now in terms of design and culture and whatever. But yeah, that first artwork.
I think Steven Victor said that Pop wanted it to be designed by Virgil. I think that's why they went there in the first place. Don't quote me on that.
But fam, Virgil made that shit on Microsoft Paint, bro. I know he did, fam. Man done quick paste from, combined 2 images and said, yep. Done. And that's a cool $500,000 in my pocket.
Yep. You know when you tell your nephew to go, you tell your nephew or your little cousin to go design something, and that's what they come back with.
Honestly, if you told me to make an album cover, that's what I would make. Big man thing. That's what I would make. That's what I would come out with.
That's funny.
Bro, this Don works at Louis Vuitton, you know. Bro, that means we can do
Legend.
anything, man.
Fam, he's stealing a living, bro.
If he could be the the lead designer or CEO, bro, I could definitely be. Do you get me? Like a mid manager side.
No, definitely, man.
Look what I made. Get a job in it.
But I genuinely loved it, man. I love how the internet shamed them into changing that. Loved it. I absolutely love it.
No,
power of social media.
You know what it is?
Nah, honestly.
This was his last album, innit? Like, rest in peace to Pop Smoke, yeah. Like, I'm kind of pissed that, like, his last ever album kind of came out or started on a banter thing, innit? Because let's be real, we were looking at that and going, what? That's not serious. Like, and obviously it's nice that it got changed, but a part of me is just kind of like, that wasn't a nice way to send him off. Like, I don't blame the fans. I don't blame the people because they were right. That album cover was trash, bro. But
yeah, whack.
The fact that it happened, I don't know. It's just it bothers me. It like taints it a little bit for me.
A little bit, but it shows that people care enough to speak up and say, you know what, this is not right.
To change.
As much as it's banter, it actually got changed through that. So it's good and bad. I see what you're saying.
Good and bad. But you know what?
One thing that is internet bullying works, bro. As Tevin said, man.
Oh my
internet
God.
bullying works, fam.
But you know what? Do you know another thing I love that I saw this week when people have pressured someone? What's her name?
Kylie
Jenner being bullied into tagging them with brand. I love it. I love it. They put pressure, peaceful pressure on her. Do you know what? They're like, what I didn't get yet is like people were coming with arguments like, if my brand had just been recognized by Kylie Jenner, I wouldn't want you guys ruining the moment by pressuring her.
Man.
And it's like, yo,
bro.
The internet said no, tag it because they put up other pictures when it's like Dior and Chanel and whatever. She's tagging them. She's tagging them for no reason. Why can't she tag an unknown designer that will probably benefit more than a $10,000 dress from Dior that not everyone can buy? Do you know what I mean?
Probably collect
man. I loved it.
Someone tweeted her saying, oh, you should tag black businesses. And she was like, yeah, I agree. But you know, under that was bare duress when she was typing it, then the press send, bro. Yeah, she was put under pressure. Bare duress, bro. She was put under pressure,
honestly, that's probably one of my favorite moments on the internet this week, man. Seeing Kylie Jenner getting pressured. I loved it. Nah, it was funny, man. I think, do you know what? We should do this more. We should pressure more celebrities all the time. If you don't like something, apply pressure on socials.
We're kind of responsible for a lot of their fame, innit? So it's only right that to a certain degree they should be held accountable for us. In exchange for the lifestyle you can have, you get me? The least you could do is tag a fucking dress. Come on, now.
Nah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I wouldn't go that much to be pressuring and like, because there's a line of people.
Pressure.
But there's a line of
pressure them.
People will be like cussing out family and like all of that stuff. They will be going to the top. But
we know why Wegz is doing defense attorney, yeah? We know why. Let's leave it at that.
It's not
man.
Kardashian.
Wegz Kardashian, bro.
For real.
This is what we're doing.
Man will do
anything. You jumped to the defense a lot, bro.
I don't. The thing is,
slander.
I just feel like, you know what it is? My personal thoughts here on the internet, it's like, it's not a cancel culture in this situation, but it's like, I feel like people don't understand that if that person wasn't famous, would you put the same energy into that person? It's only because they're famous that people are grilling them in that sense to do that.
But it makes sense.
But that's the point. They've got
that's the point.
There's no point in someone pressuring me who knows no one has no influence.
You can't. But Dan, you can't force everyone which has a platform you can't force them to do things.
Oh, you can, because right now it's Black Lives Matter, and if she cared about black people, she would have tagged it from the start. She has a black baby daddy and a black kid. Okay, so Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, get
me. This is Black Lives Matter. You want to do that?
And you know what? It's funny because Tevin's right. It's funny, and I'm happy that she did eventually get persuaded in that situation. Yeah, but I don't feel like
not persuaded, pressured, Wegz. Pressured.
No. What do you mean?
Wait, how much they paying you, bro?
Shut up,
Tevin, she has a black baby dad, you know. She has a black kid. Pressure.
Man said Wegz is the inside man, bro, for the Kardashians.
But the thing is, with these Instagram brands, though, when it comes to like, I don't know, Pretty Little Thing or Boohoo, all these crazy situations, I'm not going to talk on them too much because they're in some situations.
Yeah, they're in hot water.
Slavery, bro. That's the next thing.
Like, these brands pay them to just get an app. They pay them. So, like, I'm not going to say
that. Which is true.
This brand, which she didn't publicize, that's probably what it was. That's why she probably felt.
I'll tell you why, Wegz. The reason they paid the brands pay is because these people would never buy anything from the brands.
100%.
That's why they pay them.
Of course.
But
I mean,
Dior
would.
would. Now, where the pressure came from was the fact of when people were actually atting the brand of the dress. Apparently, she was deleting some of the comments with the at name of the dress.
See that?
Do you know what I mean? So it's true. She was kind of doing the whole, I like your dress, but it's no free
internet
clout.
whispers, fam. That's internet whispers. We could choose to believe it or not. We could
Yeah,
choose to believe it or
man's
not.
doing the fake news excuse, bro.
No, it's not
For
fake
real.
news. It's not fake news, but it's like, who's got enough time to be checking? Oh, did she delete that comment? Who really has
the person who outed it, the first
Bro,
person
when did
who
you
blew
got
the whistle.
time?
When did you become their PR person?
I'm
bro?
not
From time, man.
No
For a
one,
long time.
I'm just trying to become like a human level, bro. Sometimes it's the end you always need.
Oh,
Man,
fuck
get
off.
out of here, bro.
Hey, Shibs, you're the one. Sling your rook. Sling
Ah,
your rook.
yeah.
Bro.
We're back in EastEnders.
For what?
Fuck.
No, I'm not ready.
Man said thing to it's like a PR, bro.
Anyway,
Hey,
Man,
Tevin's
where's-
back.
Oh.
Cool Tev.
Everyone said hello.
Hey,
Bye.
New member to the podcast.
Hey,
Trust me,
Tevin,
trust me.
it's gonna be a bad news, man.
But yeah, man. Nah, I'll be honest with you. It was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Where's stop defending the Kardashians like that, man? But yeah, where's Kardashian? Relax. That's all I got to say.
Damn.
I guess I'm gonna have to take this name now.
Ah,
2020 does stuff to a lot of people, boy.
Wegz is the missing brother, fam.
Bro, you don't rate Rob Kardashian, though.
He's there, but you're the missing one.
You're
They know
the missing one.
That's funny. That's funny. That's mad funny.
I said these
Yeah,
half.
man.
Yes. Every week we have the part-timers hustler of the week segment that we do. This week's part-time hustler of the week is a girl called Iamqoy. You've probably seen on the internet. She did a music kind of online chat show called Timeline with DJ Matthews and Puddy. She has a show on There's No Signal, which is doing very well right now. Shout out to them for doing their 10v10 stuff. And she recently made her TV debut on Trance UK. Trance Urban UK, sorry. They're in partnership with Shadeborough. They're on TV. They're on Sky channels as well. So yeah, man, she's out here doing bits. I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of her in the next couple of years. She's gonna be a mainstay in like the black culture when it comes to music, fashion, and she has a YouTube channel as well. So check her out. Her hat is Iamqoy. 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 Part-time hustler of the week.
Hi, people. Thank you very much for clocking in today with the Part Timers podcast. That's all we got time for. I hope you've enjoyed as per usual. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your boys, tell your girls, tell the people you're cheating on your missus with. I don't really care, innit? Just tell people. So, I've been Chris, Dwain, Ali, Wegz, Dan. You know what it is, man. Clock in next week to the Part Timers podcast.
Amen.